In today's episode, I quit. They had to hire 4 people to do my job. Satisfying. Customer didn't understand the difference between paying a credit card and paying a vacation package. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I quit. They had to hire 4 people to do my job. I worked phone sales for a catalog company, bilingual Spanish/English. For the first several months, I'd take the Spanish calls and translate everything to the customer on the phone while I took their order. I decided, screw this, and typed up my own little 2-page catalog in Spanish, all the most popular items, which I'd copy off and send to the customers. This was in the 1990s. Over the space of a few months, this reduced my average call time from 5 to 10 minutes per call down to 2 or 3 minutes. It also put me in the top 3 salesmen for the company for the 3 years I worked there. I kept telling management they were missing out, but they wouldn't pay attention, so I kept sending out my little rinky-dink catalog and quintupled the Spanish sales while nobody was looking. Management still didn't get it. A manager I'll call Helen was a particular pain, and after a year, I packed up all my stuff, leaving just enough that it looked like I was coming back, signed with a temp agency, took my vacation, then called in sick until my sick days were gone, fully intending to walk in the door and quit on my return. When I came back, Helen was gone. I changed plans and stayed with the company. A year later, and a manager I'll call Helga was causing me just as much pain as Helen ever did. I packed up all my stuff, signed with the temp agency, took my vacation. Well, you get the picture. I walked in the door, and Helga was gone, leaving me the snippiest, pettiest, most immature middle school drama-inspired parting letter I've ever seen. I decided to stay. Another year went by. More drama. It was a call center, after all, and I decided I'd finally had enough of being treated like a peon. The money was good, I was still top 3 in sales, but management was still blinder than the average bat and was now giving me a hard time about my typed, Xeroxed mini catalog. I found a job a lot closer to home, gave them my 2-week notice, sent out the last of my catalogs. The 2 part-time Spanish speakers that were on staff were immediately overwhelmed, and one of them quit. They tried to hire several workers in the next few months, and most of them quit. A year later, they'd settled on a staff of 4 to do my job, and were still trying to put together a Spanish version of the catalog. I went on with my life. 6 years later, the job I'd taken moved all of its production from Latin America to China, and as I didn't speak Chinese, I was let go, with a decent severance package. A friend told me the original company was now a better place, and I applied for my old job back. I walked in for my interview, and it was the shortest, easiest interview ever. This is just a formality, we really want you back. I worked there another 4.5 years. Satisfying. So I have a wealth of stories of abusive customers after working in a small but extremely busy call center for 4 years. This particular story is one of my favorites though. A gentleman had called up and required a quote for a cyclonic fence he was installing. I began running through the list of materials with him, and he stopped me stating, no, I only need X, Y and Z and the quantities of each component. I explained how our fencing worked and why it would not work, nor be cyclone rated should he leave out the other materials, but he was adamant, so rather than argue, I put the quote together as requested and emailed it over to him. In the email, I made sure to put in writing why he would be short of material, as well as referred him to the installation guide to give him a visual. He could then physically see why it wouldn't work the way he wanted to do it. I attached the quote he wanted along with a second quote which contained everything he actually needed for the job, and signed off stating to contact me if he would like to proceed with either. I wanted to cover all bases because I knew it was going to cost him about $1,500 to have a freight company collect the goods and take them to his job site up north, so having to place yet another order for the remaining material was going to cost that again, plus delay him being able to put said fence up. He replied to my email thanking me for both quotes and my advice, and would be in touch. He called and said he would like to go with quote 1, his material list, and I read back through it confirming multiple times that he was sure this is all he wanted to order, that this was all he required. Yes, 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 he reckons. Okay, no problem, I tried my best. I took payment, emailed his receipt, job done. 2 weeks later, I take a call, this man is going off. I'm short of material, your company screwed up my order. How can you expect me to put this fence up without these components? This is costing me time and money, blah blah blah. I apologize and ask for his invoice number, so I can look into the issue and get it sorted. Bingo. It's my guy. I calmly and without trying to sound smug state to him that it was in fact me that he had spoken to, me that had done his quote and processed his order, and that I had made every attempt to convince him to order what he now claimed was missing. He went very quiet, so I let him stew for a moment, and then said that although we were not going to cover freight costs or give him them for free because this was not our mistake or stuff up, I would be able to supply him those items at cost price, and have the goods manufactured express so he could have them ready for freight within 2 days instead of 10. He huffed and puffed a little bit. I told him I was sorry for the situation he was in, but that I had tried to avoid it. He actually sighed and said I was right and thanked me for doing what I could to help him out. A win for me that day. I was so glad that he happened to get me when he called popping off, so I could call him straight out on his bullsh*. T. Very satisfying indeed. Customer didn't understand the difference between paying a credit card and paying a vacation package. So this story happened a long while ago, and it's actually something that happened to someone else who worked with me, but for simplicity's sake, I'll tell the story in first person. Backstory: the vacation company sells vacation packages as a kind of prepaid vacation where you can buy from an array of different vacation package options and choose your preferred pick from the options. You could buy the entire package upfront paid in full, or you could make monthly payments, but the package itself must be paid in full before they arrive to check into the hotel. Story: Me, thank you for calling vacation company, how may I help you? Customer: Yes, I'd like to make reservations for next month, we'd like to book our vacation now. Side note, it was for one of those week-long vacations, the type where they get additional gifts if they go on a timeshare presentation. Me: Okay, sure, no problem. However, it looks here like the vacation package is only 50% paid. Would you like to pay off the remaining balance and book the reservation now? Customer: Oh no, there must be some kind of mistake, I already paid off the remaining balance. Me proceeds to read the transaction history of payments to customer. Side note, there was only one single payment for half the package amount in the account history. There was a promotion when the customer purchased the vacation package that if they got approved for a vacation points credit card and used the credit card to pay for the vacation package, they would be receiving additional points for simply using the credit card to buy the package. Which is exactly what this customer did, except for whatever reason she figured she'd only want to use the credit card to pay half, and she would pay the other half later. Anyways, back to the story. Customer: Yeah, I remember making that half payment, but the other half should be paid off by now. Me: I'm sorry to say that there is only the one half payment recorded in the system. Customer: What? How could that be? Y'all have stolen my payments I've been making monthly. Me: Have you been making monthly payments? Customer: Yes, I have been making significant payments for the last 4 months, this should be completely paid off. Note, it dawns on me that she's probably making credit card payments, and she's thinking those payments are paying off her account balance, her vacation package balance, not her credit card balance, which are two different things. Me: Have you been making monthly payments to your credit card instead of making those payments to us for your remaining balance due? Customer: No. I don't have a credit card, I'm making these payments directly to you monthly. Me: Ma'am, do you have the last bill invoice that you paid? Customer: Yes, I do, and on this last bill I made sure to pay off the remaining balance, so my vacation package should be completely paid in full at this point. Me: Who sent you that bill? Customer: Well, you guys did. What kind of dumb question is that? Me: We didn't actually send you that bill. Will you please read to me the name of the company that sent you that bill? Customer: It says so right here, this bill was sent from Reed's credit card company name, and I paid it. Me, ma'am, we are not credit card company name, we are Vacation Ownership Corporation. These are two totally different companies. Customer, what do you mean? Me, well, one is a credit card company and the other is a vacation ownership corporation that sells vacation packages. Customer, but I paid the first half when I first signed off and I finally just finished paying the second half off just recently. I should have been paid in full by now. Me, when you make monthly payments, you aren't paying us those monthly payments, you've been paying your credit card those monthly payments, so we never received more than half the amount due on the vacation package. Customer, wait, so I've been paying a credit card the entire time? Me, yet it appears like you've finally paid off the credit card which was used to make the initial payment for half the package price. Would you like to pay the second half of the package price now and book those reservation dates now? Customer, disgruntled, yes, okay, I guess so. Me, okay, which payment method would you prefer? Customer, just put it on this credit card, sigh. Me, okay, sure thing. The end, LOL.